Hey everybody, we're going to be opening up packs tonight. It's all about Pokemon tonight. So Pokemon I know nothing about, as you already heard. You may have already seen my intro video. I'm a grandma, PokiGiGi here. I am new to collecting Pokemon cards and selling Pokemon cards, of course, but I am new to it and I have found that I find it very interesting. So without further ado, we're going to open up some packs tonight and see what we find. And please subscribe if you're interested. Now, just a reminder, I am going to butcher all of the names. You guys might get frustrated. You might find it humorous. I don't know, but maybe you guys can follow along and comment and help me out. I just want to learn as well. And I am going to be using price charting for looking up values of cards, and if you have better recommendations, feel free to let me know in the comments. All right, here we go. First pack. This is Chaos Rising. I think the other day I got a really cool full art one card, and you know, I really like those. I don't know about you guys, but those I find really fascinating. And what is your Pokemon? What's your favorite type of Pokemon card? All right, here we go. You know it's fresh. Open up the pack. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, here we go. So the first one, Emolga. And I am looking these things up as we go. And this is Emolga number 30. We have, and believe me, I have some of these already because I have too many. I have too many Pokemon cards. Do you have a lot of Pokemon cards? This one is 22 cents ungraded, and if it were a PSA 10, it is $31.44. Now, what do you guys think about PSA versus, what is it, CGC? And I've heard that PSA is millions of cards behind in grading, so they are not accepting any of the bulk uploads, or bulk grading, from what I understand. That's all I know about that. Bergmite is the next one. Minccino. I will look up some of these later on. You don't want to be having me look these up when I'm on with you guys. It would be super boring. All right, Litleo. He's cute. Emma. Garbodor. This is a reverse halo. Did I get that right? Reverse halo Claydol. A reverse or just halo? I don't know. I get those confused. So this is Ferroseed. Keldeo. And basic. Did you know that some of these basic energies are actually really highly valuable? I was shocked about that. I had no idea. So don't just throw out your energies when you are going through a pack. Double check them and make sure that you keep them if they are pretty valuable. All right, nothing super grand in that one, I don't think. So we're gonna go on to the next pack. And here we go. Next one. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having a good day. I did a podcast today and that was exciting. I always like doing those. Super fun. As you know, I'm a grandma, and my 3-year-old grandson is getting into collecting Pokemon cards with me, but actually he really enjoys collecting coins with me, and he loves to look at all of the coins and get special coins, and that is an expensive hobby, but it's pretty fun. All right, Octillery, I think his name is. Kakuna. Remoraid. Patrat. I always hate catching these in Pokemon Go. It's just another rat, I always say. So when I'm like spinning the ball and catching them, I start to avoid these altogether anyway. Ferrothorn, Claydol, regular, Deoxys, Reverse Halo Gumi. I like these. The Bubble Energy, it's got the holographic, shimmery look and feel. Xerneas, is that how you pronounce his name? And the purple Basic Energy. And so far, nothing exciting. So we're gonna open another pack. See how we do. All right, next one up. We're gonna do another Chaos Rising. And we're gonna check it out. I got a full art Minccino the other day. It's like a $500 card. I like when I open those types of things up. And you too can enjoy that with me if we happen to get anything good. All right, Golbat, first one. Esper. Frogadier. Weedle. Another Deoxys, but different type or different view, I guess. Prism Tower. Ninetales. I think this is a good card, if I remember correctly. Philippe. Holographic there. Reverse, I guess. Baltoy. And a Beedrill EX. Our first EX of the night. Woohoo! And then a yellow Basic Energy, which I think these are worth a little bit more, maybe a couple dollars. I'm pretty sure that's the case. All right, on to the next pack. I don't know why I do this. All right, here we go. Next one. I like Pikachu. It's not a Pikachu. I'm just, I like this reminded me of Pikachu. So I like Pikachu. I think he's so super cute. Another Molga. Wouldn't that be funny? It was the same exact deck. Baltoy, which is also was in the other one. And a Patrat, Bergmite, Deoxys. How would you guys pronounce that? Adversity Policy. Got one of these last night. Tauros. Deoxys. Ooh. Full art. Froakie. I like these. Let's look them up. So we're gonna look them up and see what his value is. Froakie. Okay, and this is number 88. Here we go. Ungraded is 1692. 1692. And a PSA 10 right now is 113.83. 113.83. That's cool. That guy deserves this little penny sleeve. I watch so many people opening up packs of cards with touching the face of the cards with their fingers, and as a coin collector I find that horrifying. How do you go through your packs? I like to touch the edges because just in case something's worth more, I don't easily recognize them because, you know, what do I know about Pokemon cards? Not much really. And I'm hoping to learn, but I do not like touching them with the front, and I see a lot of people going like this with their cards. It kills me. I wouldn't do that. I can't do that. That's crazy to me. So we're gonna put that one aside. That one's a good one. All right, Chestnut, He is quite shimmery. I think this is considered hollow. Would you say hollow or holo? Hologram. Hollow. That's how I pronounce it. We're gonna put him in a penny sleeve just to be on the safe side, but I don't think he is worth too much. But then again, what do I know? I know nothing about that. And I got another yellow energy. Alrighty, so let's move on to the next pack. Let's hope for those full art ones. I really like those. EXs are cool too, but the full art ones are my favorite. So, have any of you ever cut your card when cutting open a pack? I see people ripping into their sleeves or their packs different ways. They open it up like I'm doing, or they just kind of rip into it. And I'd be afraid that I was going to rip the card. So here we go, new pack. All right, Trubbish. Leo again, that little dude. Wimpod. Pumpkaboo. Which reminds me, it's okay. I know it's only the end of June, but I was in Target the other day. Was it Target? No. Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel. I was in Cracker Barrel and they were putting out Halloween stuff. Halloween stuff. Why would you put Halloween stuff out? It's not even the end of June. I can see the month before, maybe 2 months before, but June for Halloween? Why? And they did not have Thanksgiving. It was just Halloween. Anyway, that's crazy to me. All right, Meow Stick. I was telling my son, my oldest son, that I was going to do this YouTube channel and whatnot also. And he's like, he looks at me like this. I think I'm a cool grandma. I think I'm a cool mom. So, you know, I think it will be successful. Help me make it successful so I can prove him wrong. All right, special red card. And then tell me what you want to see. Garbodor. Goomy. Ooh. Look at this guy. Xerneas. I think that's how you say that. So we are going to look him up. I love these. These are my favorite. I think they're so cool and they're pretty and they have a lot of color. I've even seen some, I think there's a like Houndoom that's like black and white maybe. I would like that one. That one would be cool. But I don't know if that I can get any of those. Those are like, yeah, probably not. All right, so Xerneas number 91 is, what happened to him? Oh, there we go. All right, $14.25 ungraded, and a PSA 10 is $104.48 right now. That's cool. I am going to put him in the penny sleeve. Now, I don't mind selling the duplicate ones I have of full art because I have a few, but I definitely want to collect all of them. This is probably my favorite type of card that I want to get and collect. And some people like those rainbow ones. Those are cool. I like those, but I really like the colorful art ones. What would really be cool is if I could get Pokemon artists to sign my cards for me. I would love that. I don't even want to resell them. I just want to keep those for myself because I am fascinated with the artwork. For sure. Definitely for sure. All right. That one is put away. All right, here we go. We have another chestnut one, and we're going to just put them in the penny sleeve because I really like to put these in the penny sleeves anyway. I better protect them if possible. And then this energy one. All right, moving on to the next one. Here we go. Moving on to the next one. And then we have some more packs we're going to open tonight. And I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, here we go. So when my oldest son turned 21, he invited me to go. He really likes EDM music, and he invited me to go to what was the name of that? Imagine Fest in Atlanta, Georgia, when he turned 21. And we drove down there. And at the time, you know, I grew up and it was house music and it was that stuff. And I didn't really care for that. So I was not exactly thrilled to be going down and spending an entire weekend at a festival. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't do any of that stuff. And so I was like, oh, great, I'm going to be around all these people that are, you know, enjoying the party and listening to music, more so listening to the music that was going to give me a headache. But my son was determined to find some music that I would enjoy, and I found that I liked, and I always forget the type of EDM music it is called, but Excision is one example of the type of music I like, and I like that deep bassy stuff that I really like. So, you know, the whole way down, I'm just jamming out to the music with him. And at one point, we capture a selfie. We took an Ussie, and he's looking at me like this, and I'm in the driver's seat, like smiling big, and I'm just, yeah, you know, going all crazy. And he's like, and I captured that. Oops, I hit the table. Sorry. I captured that as that moment I realized that I invited my mom to Imagine Fest. But we had a good time for sure. Weedle, another Golbat, another Bergmite, another Esper, Metagross, Ninetales. Gotta put that in the penny sleeve. I'm pretty sure it was a decent card. Adversity Policy, Ferrothorn, Reverse Halo, Quilladin. Told you I'm going to butcher these names, so you'll have to forgive me in advance. Crobat, and Basic Energy. Nothing too exciting in that one. All right, here we go. Next one up. This is going to be my last, I think it's going to be my last Chaos Rising for the night. Here we go. Now, I had a bunch of Pokemon cards from the 90s, and I always kept them for the boys, and they've disappeared. So I think what happened is my oldest son took them to his dad's when he was younger, or at some point, or took them when he moved out. One of the times he moved out, and they didn't make it back. And I'm really bummed out about that for him, and my son's really bummed out about that. I definitely didn't get rid of them because I remember explicitly keeping them. Too bad, though, that I didn't, or that we didn't. I'm still going through stuff in the basement, and maybe they're hidden there somewhere. I'm not sure. All right, Phanpy, Carnivine. These should evolve. Don't you think these should evolve in Pokemon Go? I think they should evolve, for sure. Beldum, Flaffy, that Flaffy Taffy, that Flaffy Taffy. That's what I always think about, that song, Laffy Taffy, when I see this guy. But then I call him Flaffy Taffy. That Flaffy Taffy. Okay, Floette. Is that how you pronounce it? Deoxys. Transformation Tome. I don't think I have one of these. Meowstic, Reverse Halo. I think that's what that's called. Ah, I got another one of these. Duplicate. Anyone want one? Let me know. Ho-Oh. And a Basic Energy. All right. Let me put this one in the penny sleeve and the hard holder as well. What do you guys think about the threshold for when you should get a card graded or not? Now, I think GameStop works with PSA to get cards graded, and you can go to GameStop to do so. but I think it's like $80 or something like that. That's crazy to me. And then I also heard that you can send in the $64 graded ones, whatever that means. I have no idea. I got to look into that. And you cannot do the $34 ones right now. All right, so next up, we have prismatic evolutions. These are cool. Hopefully I get something good. I think I opened one pack once and it was like a disappointment. What do you think about reselling packs or opening packs or keeping them closed? As you can tell, I like to open them. I have good intentions of keeping them for longer term, but I can't give up this opening these up for the fun ones. So I'm opening them. I do have some that I've saved, and I try to keep at least 1 or 2 packs in each of the areas that I collect saved. We'll see how long that goes. Sneasel. Hoot Hoot. Black Belts Training. I have quite a few of those. Riolu. Sukoon. Is that how you pronounce his name? Sukoon. Janine's Secret Art. I don't know if I have that one. Bronzong. This one is Pokeball. Drakloak. That's cool. We're gonna sleeve that one up. It's Reverse Halo Bronzor. Ooh. Sylveon. I like Eevees. Do you like the Eevees? I like them. What's your favorite Eevee? Tell me in the comments. Basic Energy Holographic. And that's it. Okay, let me sleeve those. I'll look them up later on. Unless you really want to know. I'm curious about this one. Let's look and see. I think the Dreepy came out over the summer last year in Pokemon Go, if I remember correctly. And I think I was out of the country when it came out, and so I was so excited about them. I have not yet evolved to the 3rd level. I think there's 3 levels of evolution, and I have not done that yet. And mostly because I've got to catch more. I got to get more rare candies for sure to be able to do that. So, all right, this is the Pokeball. It's not a Master Ball, it's a Pokeball, number 72. And this is $1.01. $1.01. And PSA 10 is 35. I feel like these should be more. I feel like these should be worth more. Wondering what makes up, aside from demand, supply and demand. I guess it's really supply and demand for what makes a card be more worth something, but there should be a cuteness factor to it. I really believe that. I think there should be a cuteness factor to it for sure. And I'm going to stand by that. There are some cards that I have no idea why they are so devalued or low, and I wish they were worth more, but it doesn't really matter because I really just think that they're cute cards. Which cards do you think should be higher valued, and what are your favorite cards? Tell me in the comments for sure. All right, this is a Sylveon 40, and this one is definitely not a Pokemon Day 2025. This is I think this is reverse. It's not a Cosmos. I don't even know. What's the difference between a Cosmos Holo? I'm gonna look and see if it gives me a good picture. It's got the what look like the universe on the silver edges on the outside. And that does not have that. So it is not a Cosmos Hollow. It is, however, a reverse. Nope, it is not. I lied. I think it's just a regular. It is a regular, yep, Sylveon 40 regular. It is $1.55 ungraded, and a PSA 10 is $53.40. So this one's definitely going in the sleeve and in the holder to make sure it's protected. Do that immediately. I do not want the cards to get damaged. Whether I keep them, whether I sell them, I don't want them to get damaged. All done. All right, so we're going to open up our next Prismatic Evolutions. And if there are any packs that you're interested in opening or having me open, let me know what they are and we'll see about getting them in a future show. All right, here we go. All right, this will be the last one. We'll do start with 30-minute shows for now and go from there. We'll see. All right, here we go. This one is Hippowdon. This one is a Pinsir, Larvitar, Houndour. How do you like to store your Pokemon decks? Your cards. Great Tusk Ancient card. Professor Sada's Vitality. I don't know if I have that one. Maybe. Suicune. Professor's Research, Reverse Hollow. Gosh. This is a Master Ball Applin. Ooh, I like this one. Look at what it is. It's a trainer, Airy. I like that one. So let's look that one up. ERI. This is number 136. And here we go. All right, ungraded, $2.19, and PSA 10 would be $54.21. So, good card. We're gonna put that one in the penny sleeve and also a holder. I think I have a couple trainers that are full art. Don't remember what they are. What I need to do is go through my Pokemon cards and pull them all together. And somebody advised me that I should get the binders that are for the top loader things for these cases. I think they have those. I think that's what they said, so that I can store them even more protected. And I would like to do that. But which are your favorite ways to store Pokemon cards, as we talked about? And then this is the non-hollow basic energy. Fire. Okay. All right, let's see what else I have. And by the way, I will be doing other types of cards, so opening up cards. So we're gonna open up, these are the non-Pokemon cards at the end of the show. We have 2 minutes left about, and so I'm going to open up one card deck that is not Pokemon for the end, and we're gonna do a My Little Pony. I like the My Little Pony cards. I think that they are so pretty and so cute, and I think that more people should get them and collect them. They're actually quite fascinating, and they're beautiful, really. All right, so this is the My Little Pony. This is the Friendship Eternal Cards Moon Edition. And we're gonna see what we get. This is the last deck I'm gonna open. I'll be running over a minute, I think, on the show, but that's okay. Ugh, this is harder to open. Okay. So the back of the card that is facing out looks like this. And the first one we have is Lord Tyre. And then Pigs Do Fly. Don't know what the name of this. Let's see what's on the back. There's nothing informational on the back. So this thing, There are numbers over here, but I don't know what they are at the top of my head. All right, this is apple. Oh wait, now I can see. I'm so sorry. Am I blind? Oh my gosh, I really am a grandma. This is Pegasus. That's what it's called, Pegasus. But it was in this pink, light pink, and I didn't see it. Sorry. All right, this is Apple Bloom. Okay. And they have these little stars. I don't know if you can see them. These little, yeah, there we go. There's little holographic stars that pop up when you turn these cards a certain way. Ooh, this one is cool. This one's pretty. This one is called Rainbow Dash, and you can see this holographic prism looking goodness. So we're gonna put that one aside. Oh, this one's so cute. Look at how cute he is. This one is Mr. Carrot Cake. That one's so cute. He looks like he'd just be a bundle of joy, for sure. I think I had a My Little Pony when I was younger. Yeah, I did. I had a My Little Pony when I was younger. Either that or it was my sister's. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I had one. I really liked them. They were really cute. All right, this one is one of those cards that changes. And it's kind of hard to see on the cell phone video recording, but this is the one where I can't even, Pinkie Pie. Oh my gosh, the font on these cards are horrible. The one where Pinkie Pie knows is the name of that card. Oh, pretty. This is Fluttershy. See, these are ones you should collect. I love the My Little Ponies. I think they're super cute. They're really affordable and totally worth doing. All right. And then the last card. Ooh, Rainbow Dash. So lovely. That's a good one too. I have no idea if they're worth anything, but they're really pretty. And on that note, thank you for joining my show. This is PokiGiGi, and hope you join me in the future too. Have a good night.